Hello and welcome to this NYC DOE instructional video for TeachHub. Today we're going to be talking about Peer Deck. So this video is for teachers who want to know how to add audio to Peer Deck slides. And really we're going to talk a lot about why adding audio is such a great thing, especially for kindergarten students, but really for all. Then later we'll talk about the Peer Deck lesson modes, the instructor paced lessons, and the student paced lessons. I want to talk about what those are and the pros and cons of both for kindergarten remote learning. Pause there for a second. If you think that you need more support and you want to understand the foundational skills of creating and converting Google Slides to Peer Deck, please take a look at the lesson or the video, Social Studies, Grade K, Peer Deck without the 2.0. So, how and why to add audio to Peer Deck slides? Before we get into the how, I really want to explain and hopefully convince you of why it's such a great idea to add audio to Peer Deck slides. Kindergarten is the year that students learn to read, so for many kindergarten students, text-heavy slides are a real turn-off. Even worse, they actually make it impossible for students to understand what they need to do. That's not a good thing. The option to add audio adds another dimension to online learning that equips you as the teacher with the ability to communicate with your students more directly and effectively. You can record your voice. Students can listen to you talk directly to them about a wide range of things, from, say, a new vocabulary word to a specific question, or even maybe you want to give them an overview of the lesson objective itself. So hopefully I've convinced you of the why, namely, we want to be able to more effectively communicate with kindergarten students who don't yet read. So now let's talk about how to add audio to Peer Deck slides. Here I am on Unit 1, Day 2, Page 1 of the slides from the TeachHub website. What I've done is I've taken those slides, I've copied them, I've renamed them, and I've saved them in my drive so that I can edit them. The focus question for this lesson is, who are the members of a family? On page 12, you'll see the independent work directions. Now, I've changed this task. Originally, it was asking the students to move the leaves to a tree, a family tree. I changed it to color those so that it suits the needs of my class. And let me read you the instructions. Color the appropriate number of leaves on the tree. If you have 3 people in your family, you would color 3 leaves. Type the names of your family members on the green rectangles and move them to the tree. Now, pause. Let's think about this task and these directions. Remembering that A, it's the beginning of the year, and many, if not all, of our students are pre-readers. And B, our goal in kindergarten is to equip and lead our scholars towards independence. So, to assist and support them in that, this task is really perfect for us to add an audio element. So instead of needing their parents to read these directions to them, they can actually listen to the task and they can complete it as independently as is possible. So let me show you how to add that audio element. So here I am, this is the page where they'll complete their work. Earlier I prepped it as an interactive Peer Deck slide. But for right now, I'm going to show you how to add that audio functionality. Come up here to Add-ons, Peer Deck for Google Slides, and open Peer Deck add-on. Now, the dashboard has loaded. I come down here to where it says Add Audio to Slide, and I click that. Now that the audio recorder has loaded, I'm going to start by clicking on the record button. Yeah, watch this. Hi students! Today in Social Studies, we learn about families. I love my family. Now, here's your job. Step 1, count how many people are in your family. Step 2, color that many leaves on the tree. For example, if you have 6 people in your family, how many leaves are you going to color? You got it, 6. That's right. Now, step 3, when you're done coloring the leaves, I want you to type the names of the people in your family in the green boxes and then move them to the leaves. If you need help typing the names, ask mum or dad. So there we go. I clicked pause to stop, and now I have the option to delete if I'm not happy with what I recorded, I can click resume to add more audio, but I'm going to click save here because I'm happy with what I've done. Saved audio file. Now down here I click add audio to slide. Now in the top right hand corner you can see that the audio has been added to the slide. Now number 2, Peer Deck lesson modes. We just learned how to add audio. Let's learn about these 2 modes. So the first mode is the instructor paced activity. In this, it gives you control over which page your students are working on, which is really great for kindergarten students because they have a tendency to race off and look far ahead when they should be on slide 1. So this gives you that control and a little more power over what you can do. It works ideally when you are teaching, when you're teaching live with your students. The second mode is the student-paced activity, and this is slightly different. It lets them work at their own pace, and it's more suited to when they're completing homework independently. We're looking again here at Unit 1, Day 1, the lesson. You can see that the audio has been included. Now imagine that it's Monday, we've completed our social studies lesson, we've prepped and prepared our slides by making them interactive, and we've added our audio. Let's have a look and see how we can get the link to share with our students so that they can complete their homework with the use of the audio that we just added. So we go up here again and click on add-ons and open Peer Deck, and I'm going to click on start lesson. For this activity, my students are going to complete their homework independently, so I'm going to choose the student paced. You can either copy the link here and paste it where you want to paste it, or you can share it directly to Google Classroom. For now, I'm going to copy the link and I'm going to open a new tab. Now I'm pretending that I'm a student. I'm going to show you what it looks like from the student side when starting the assignment. So here we are on page 12. This is the independent work. And look, I can color these leaves. And look at this. I can also come down here and click on listen to audio. You can see that that provides a whole nother dimension and the ability for your students to listen to the task, understand what to do, and do so independently. Okay, so what have you learned? Hopefully you've learned how to add audio to Peer Deck and why that's such a great idea. Also, you've learned about the 2 Peer Deck modes and how to get those started. And ultimately, hopefully this leads to a better learning and teaching experience for you and your students. Thank you and happy teaching.